Hello everyone, it's a pre-release Anthem video. You know what that means. This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. EA flew me out to San Francisco to check out an early build of the game. While this build is a little bit newer than the one from Sweden, it is still a pre-release build, and things are still subject to change between now and the release of the game in February. Get to the video, Datto. Okay. Hey guys, I got some more Anthem stuff for you today. It's a bit more of free roam on a Storm Javelin, and we're taking on an Ancient Ash Titan and an Ursix. Excuse my voice quality, I'm recording on my phone in a hotel room because God forbid I'm actually home for once. These dudes do not mess around. We were on the hard mode scaling, which is the hardest option you get until you hit level 30, where you can then set it to Grandmaster. And yeah, just wanted to feature some gameplay of these world bosses. They're connected to world events sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes they'll just be roaming around. We're going to check out the Titan first. There were a couple of variants of these Titans around the map with slightly different names, but from what I saw, they all seemed to do the same thing. The main attack you'll see is a big orange bomb-like attack, and this can happen a couple of different ways. The first way is where a bomb will just sort of appear on you and detonate, sort of like how Callus from the Leviathan raid will just drop a bomb on you. The second way is where the Titan will send out homing attacks on you and or your team. These are also bombs. Either way, they suck, and they hurt really bad. You're going to want to use your evade ability to get out of the way of these because they really hurt. The Titan will also do a shockwave attack that sends out 4 waves of fire that can alternate in height. As the Storm, you can hover over these pretty easily as long as you're high enough, but other javelins may need to navigate a little bit more. The Titan will also summon a ton of Ash Elementals, like 20 at a time every so often. This is where a Storm really comes in handy with an Ice build because these things do not care about being dealt fire damage at all. They're basically immune to it. They're going to run up to you, they will try to explode on you, and they will be your source of health packs and ammo while you try to get through the tons of health that a Titan has. Finally, the Titan will also occasionally use his giant chest laser, yes, giant chest laser, to attack someone. As you'll see, the Titan has a ton of health, but it also has pretty limited vulnerability windows. Guns will deal 0 damage to non-vulnerable spots. You can only shoot at the Titan when certain spots on its body are glowing. For example, its hands and wrist will glow, its chest will glow when it's preparing the laser, sometimes its back will glow as well. Those are your windows to shoot your guns at those weak spots. Ability damage will also take some health out of a Titan at any time, any part of its body. But this is a pretty grueling fight to just even stay alive, at least when we were first encountering it. I'm not sure if the build we were playing on had some sort of health forgiveness or if that's just how the game works, but I was very frequently at low health during this encounter. I was getting hit by those explosive attacks a lot. This is also the first time that I've actually fought one though. Now when the Titan gets to low enough health, it'll start going berserk, launching multiple attacks at the same time until finally it just kind of explodes and dies. We didn't need to get it to 0% health or anything, it just kind of dies. I wasn't able to 100% confirm if you get better stuff for killing a Titan outright, but you will definitely get some drops. One of my teammates snagged a couple of rare blue quality items at around level 11, so that doesn't seem too far off where I imagine the game will actually start dropping some rare items. The Ursix, on the other hand, is much easier to deal with. It'll charge around and throw rocks at you, which will knock you out of the sky. It's kind of annoying, but it isn't invulnerable the entire time. It has far less health and is just generally way easier to handle in a fight, although 2 at once can be somewhat of a pain if you're not being attentive. I really like the idea of world bosses that can just kind of mess your day up if you choose to engage with them. I like the idea of seeing huge baddies in the wild and just having to be like, all right, we're gonna loot back to that guy when I have some friends or a bigger gun. Gives the world a little more of a dangerous feel, you know, you're not supposed to feel safe all the time in this world. Now, this could be a case of my team being underleveled. I'm not 100% sure on how the scaling works in free roam when you're not at level 30, but I think the only way that these guys become a walk in the park is if you choose lower difficulty options with higher level items. Anyway, just wanted to feature some gameplay of this giant Titan guy. I'm going to let the gameplay roll here. They're definitely more of an endurance and gameplay check than they are a mechanical check. You know, there's not really any mechanics that you need to do. It's just avoiding a lot of stuff. You got to be very agile on the dodges and the movement on top of all the other lethal stuff being thrown your way. So, yeah, you really got to be on your toes. Enjoy the Storm gameplay. I've been getting better at it, so hopefully it impresses a little bit.
Titans for. Magnificent work.